All right, Exodus 3, let's call this one You Shall Plunder. Why? Because God is going to tell Moses in the last verse of this chapter, you shall plunder the Egyptians, meaning the nation of Israel that he is about to lead out of Egypt is going to plunder the Egyptians. Sounds like good news, right? But understand who Moses is. Moses is an Israelite who was not raised amongst his people. He was raised in a position of privilege. He's already tried to go back and help, ended up killing a man trying to stick up for one of his Israeli brothers. But the very next day, as he tried to, as we talked about, settle a dispute between Israelis, one of the Israelis turned on him. And so he had to flee, knowing that he had killed an Egyptian. And so now, having that track record of trying to help folks out, God is now calling him back to give them good news, right? But as we talked about before, with the consciences of Joseph's brothers, we're going to see a different spin on what we saw with them, where good news can rub a bad conscience the wrong way. Good news can rub oppressed people the wrong way, especially when you consider the fact that this good news is probably going to get them in more trouble in the meantime. If you understand that they are under oppression, oppressed by people who are sensitive at their success and the fact that the more they oppress them, they prosper, any indication of self-confidence amongst insecure oppressors makes them even more insecure. And so when you're telling an oppressed people that they're about to plunder people who are already insecure about their presence, what do you think that's going to do? It's going to create backlash. Likewise, if they're going to have it tough, guess who they're going to vent at? The messenger. And so that's what Moses is dealing with. People who are looking at the good news actually making their life more difficult in the short term, needing somebody to vent at and lash out at since they can't get at God. And that's what Moses is dealing with in this situation. He is called to be a leader in a situation where he's already failed at it, not eager to go back. He is bringing news that he knows can only get him more grief. It's why the gospel, even though it's good news, can often be hard to accept even by the people it's designed to help. Likewise, leadership, even though it can point people in the right direction, can be hard to accept even by the people it's designed to help.